the disconnect is. One side is a little too logistic, and then the side that's emotional, they're kind of being dismissed.
I feel
Can I
like
respond?
that is a sentiment that a lot of, I mean, go on, Punkus. I mean, she's talking about the elephant in the box, so go ahead.
Um, I hear her, right? And everybody is seeking a quick fix, right? And this is not a quick fix. What we need is not one more committee, right? We have too many committees already. I wish we had less committees around this whole disaster. What Caution suggested about suspension of GCT is a rubbish idea,
Why?
right? Because remember, Florida is one state,
Yes.
right? So it will be the whole of Jamaica if they suspend GCT for.
No,
Right.
you don't have to suspend it. Why do you have to do it for every parish? Why can't we be selective?
Because you don't know where the hurricane is going to hit.
No, but
everybody
but
would
for this, we're speaking
No,
about
no.
Melissa.
You said before, hold on. Your thing was
Okay.
that Florida does it before the hurricane hits, right? For people to get supplies.
Yes.
So that's what I'm responding to. So you want the government to suspend it after the hurricane hit, or would you want the government to make people can be prepared for the hurricane?
Before.
Which one
I still agree with that before. Yes, as an island.
But
Yes.
they would have to suspend all the GCT in the whole island.
For selective items. It's not everything. It's very selective items.
Let me respond to her, please. It doesn't matter. It's the
Okay.
whole island.
Okay.
So hold on, listen. People keep talking about this amount of money that Jamaica is getting and Jamaica have. Remember, even with the efforts, even with the aid that we're receiving, when you see a dollar figure to the aid, and I'm sure many persons have come up here and explained that, and I would hope Noel would explain that too. If you see $70 million in aid, it is not $70 million cash. Okay?
I'm well aware of that.
So good, right? But I'm saying people keep talking about this a lot of
But
money.
no disrespect, Mr. Punkus, but I didn't talk
finish.
about money.
Sam, no, hold on. Let me finish, please. Let me
Okay,
finish.
go ahead. Sorry.
Remember, GCT is the largest tax we collect, right? And it goes to
Where does it go?
everything, right? It goes into everything, right? The government still has to pay teachers. They still have to pay nurses. The country still
And
has
pay
to
themselves
run.
first.
And simultaneously, shouting
No, let him
across
finish.
when
Let
I'm
him
speaking
finish.
doesn't help the conversation. I am saying we have to understand that the government will still have to take care of all the responsibilities simultaneously dealing with the disaster at the same time. You know what I mean? And they'll have to come up with extra funds to rebuild the schools and stuff like that. So the government is going to dip into monies, right? That would have been to do other things, to do repairs. Because remember, we have to build back all these hospitals, all these infrastructure has to be built back. And people want them to be built back now.
So
The roads that are destroyed has to be built back now.
Can I ask one thing?
It's not a simple fix like that.
So Sam, Punkus, this is what I understand what you just said. That means Jamaica does not have any money, because if you are saying that we are living from GCT to do all of these things, that means literally we had 9 years worth of nothing. I thought that the government said they were cash strapped in the budget debate this year when the Prime Minister, and I can play that audio, where he said in case of a natural disaster, Jamaica has enough money in the NIR to recover the country, which is over $1 trillion. You understand what I say? So we're not saying to take all of the NIR, but you indicated that you can use that. As a matter of fact, let us draw one instance where the government used the NIR. It was in 2020 in the pandemic. They used it to purchase vaccine for Jamaica. So they used it before and they can use it again. And I don't understand that statement that no, we cannot also hold Jamaica. Remember, we have 14 parishes and we have 3 counties, continent, whatever they want to call it. Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. The Cornwall side of Jamaica is badly damaged, so we could remove the tax from all of the places in the Cornwall side and still collect tax from Middlesex and Surrey. Same way, they don't have to remove it from all parts of Jamaica, but give them that side a cushion. A cushion. Come on, man. Have a little empathy, bro.
So that's what I was going to respond to him is, right. We're not stupid. You don't have to like we get it as far as budgeting, yeah, because we understand there's a lot of infrastructure damage that does need to be repaired and as quickly as possible because it's cutting off one side of the island to the other. What I'm saying to you, however, right, if what Caution said is something that's possible and we were able to give the people on the western side of the island a little break with the taxes on supplies to rebuild their structure on their own, because a lot of people are saying, don't think the government's coming to build your house, right? So if we give them a little bit of a break for a time period, it won't be forever. It's not until you decide to rebuild your house. There's a set deadline on when this would be lifted on supplies, on specific supplies, whether it's zinc, nail, whatever they need to rebuild. How can you help me understand just how badly you think this would impact the entire bottom line of the GDP of Jamaica by giving this small break to those that need to rebuild their structure?
It's not a small break.
Okay.
Don't use word that's not applicable. It's not a small break.
Okay.
Right? But remember, it's about 650,000 people affected. Right? And the whole Jamaican state, we have to look about the society and the culture that we live in. Right? Say, all right, Westmoreland, Hanover, Trelawney, St. Anne, St. James, St. Elizabeth have this tax break. Where you think the people from Manchester and Clarendon and St. Catherine and these other places could come do? They might come down them hardware they come buy. Or you want people to show them ID when they come? No. People are going to utilize this is a culture, right? And GCT, the suspension of GCT don't work like that, right? Secondly, where they go, you see, we have to understand how government runs. So if Westmoreland and these 5-6 other parishes are not paying the GCT, where would they get the money from? The additional, because remember, the government needs as much money as they need, as they can get, right, to rebuild the infrastructure. So them for lose money, but still spend money same way for build by the infrastructure. And then when they start being built fast enough, because we can employ the technicians and the engineers and stuff like that, it is then going to be a problem. And then Uno will say, but we should have planned for this, or should have money for this, when Uno say, don't collect the money we're supposed to collect. It can't work both ways.
So you're saying then,
That sounds like
sorry,
a
go
bunch
ahead,
of
go ahead,
nonsense.
Noel, go ahead.
I was going to say, I wanted to bring this back to the people and maybe use this example. So for anyone in New York or in the US right now, they would have seen that the Attorney General, a woman called Letitia James, she's written a letter to the government asking the government to not deport people in New York who may not have status but are from Jamaica. So illegal immigrants from Jamaica in New York. There is now a fight by the Attorney General in the state of New York to give those individuals protected status. She says that Jamaica is in such a dire way, it's not safe for these individuals to return. And there are multiple lawmakers, congressmen and women who have strong links to Jamaica who are now joining that fight to say that let's try and provide TPS, temporary protected status. So we've seen people thousands of miles away, right, Punkus, who are sort of stepping up into the moment, understanding the crisis, and are doing things that may not be realistic, but they're putting it out there and giving the public the understanding that we care, we understand what's happening. Isn't that? I feel like that's what a lot of people are sort of hoping for in this moment, right? That we understand that the road ahead is going to be long, but are there little things that can be done now just to give people a bit of security, a bit of stability, a bit of hope? But it feels like what you're saying anyway is that
this I think about must be 30 to 40% of our GDP has been totally erased now. When you look at agriculture sector alone, right, $29 billion is lost. Just agriculture alone. So this is what I'm saying. Persons are looking at one side. We have to look at the whole picture. You have to look at the whole picture, right? The roads are badly damaged. Remember, no.
1 second, Punkus.
Come fix.
No, can I get a talk?
So all I'm saying is that we have to be cognizant of the whole picture. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think when you look at the whole picture,
am I wrong in saying that?
Why we're not looking at the people in the picture?
Exactly.
The people who
No, but I just said the whole. Noel, don't be disingenuous to me. I just said the whole picture. Didn't I say that?
No, can I just have a
Look at the
little
whole
bit of
picture, but you never
something?
said the people in the picture, sir.
Exactly.
All right,
You
what does
never
whole
said
mean? No.
Look here,
Noel, if
sir.
I said look at the
You're in
whole
the
picture,
Netherlands. Listen to me.
is
Listen to me.
is it
You're in the
is it that
Netherlands.
inclusive of everybody?
No,
Hold on,
you're
Noel.
not. The whole
Noel,
night
no,
you're not.
hold on. Noel, I said look at the whole picture.
Look.
Whole would mean looking at everything.
No, Pocus is
No,
talking
I
about
I'm
know
asking
you're
you,
not
Noel.
looking at everything. I agree with Sam. I do agree with Sam. You're not looking at everything.
Absolutely.
You're talking about politics.
So whole have
You're
a
not
different
talking
meaning?
about the people who are dying down there.
No, I'm asking you.
not.
Whole have a different meaning?
Sir.
Candy?
Me no know.
Candy? No, hold
Me
on.
wonder if you have
Hold
one
on.
hand,
Did
Punko,
I
because
say
you
the
want to
people
know
in
if
fit
you have
dead?
one.
No, hold
They're
on.
brain
Hold on.
dead.
No. I said we have to look at the whole picture. Is it that exclusive?
Look here, Punkos, I heard you.
No,
Candy,
can I say
Candy.
something?
So you're saying that the whole
But you're
picture
coming
doesn't
with your
mean the
logistics
people?
like we are done.
Candy,
Exactly.
I'm asking a question, Candy.
You're deflecting a lot and you're getting off of the topics that
No, but I said the
right
whole
now.
picture.
No, I'm
That is
saying-
inclusive.
Okay.
All right, so
You can't
go
get
ahead,
it,
Candy.
I'm not going to waste my time with
Focus
you.
on the
Candice,
people.
finish your point, Candice. Candice, finish your point, Susie, and then we'll come to the
I
person
agree
after
with
Susie.
Sam. I totally agree with Sam. You can literally give those points who are affected after the hurricane, take off the GST and give those people a little
GCT, that GST.
GCT. Yes, thank you. Take off that and let people get at ease and helping each other out. Because if they're thinking about it, oh, this is what it's going to cost and this is what it's going to cost, I don't have money for that. They're like worried to put a roof over them head. So if you take it off and help them, or you give anybody who are affected some little money, as how they did it in COVID. Give them a little money after saying, okay, this is help you rebuild the community, and this is what you can do with the money. It's expired at this time of the month, do this. You know, like a hurricane season, they need to be prepared.
Disagree. Pay the GCT. We need it.
Go ahead. I'm not telling you to agree or disagree. I'm not telling you. This is my opinion.
We need the taxes, Candy, to help other Jamaicans also. To help Jamaica, the same Jamaicans.
Pardon?
Okay. Susie, go ahead.
Yeah, when you listen to Focus, I'm like, in my mind, you know, you have what we call transformative leadership, and then you have reactive leadership. In any crisis, even as we lead our own home, right? We have to prepare and have a vision. Should anything happen, that we have solutions. Yeah. If this leadership, whatever boost, and it's all over Facebook. What you see, we have a natural disaster in Jamaica, and instead of the people, are focused on people, which when I say a Jamaican, even though I've lived in the state for 4 decades, I don't see a Jamaican, I see family, yeah? And how I look at this disaster is I look at a Jamaican and I see my brother, my sister, my mom, my aunt, my uncle, my young little nephew, my granddaughter. And so when you see this crisis, then what we need is solutions. And one of the biggest solutions I think that this government can prepare and give to the Jamaican people, since as they took a 300% raise, that was totally unnecessary, was the highest in the world, ever. Why can't they not accept a salary for a period of time, say 6 months to a year, and give that money back to the poorer class of people? Since as he's saying that we don't have enough money. The other thing I wanted to point out, these are the same people that are boasting and all over social media that the JLP or this one or whatever one had prepared Jamaica, and we insured Jamaica against disaster. So if you have insured Jamaica against disaster, that insurance would be for the protection of the people. Because if I have an insurance in Florida when a hurricane comes, right, it's for the protection of my house, my assets, and everything else that's here, right? And I'm not saying to fix everybody's house. What I'm talking about is the needs, the diehard needs of the people at this very moment. And why is it not the forefront of any government, any MP, any councillor is to get the people out of the dire situation they're in. And now we're busy worrying about is throwing out numbers and billions and billions. Those numbers mean nothing to me. When I wake up early morning, I'm lie down and I look up in the sky, I'm not see my house again. So we need to get away from all this little idiotic jargons of numbers and all of this, and we need to focus on getting Jamaican people off the streets and at least prepare something temporary to give them hope. To wanna, because we're not lazy people. Jamaican people are not lazy people. So these misconceptions, as if and talking points, as if Jamaicans are the people that have been affected are going to sit down and wait for government handout. That I beg to differ. Yeah.
Well,
so we need to stop all this foolishness and get to solutions for the people, and they are not doing enough. Look at that. It takes other leaders and presidents from throughout the Caribbean to come today for us to see some level of unity among the JP and PNP leadership, right? I wonder if Mayor Motley didn't take the initiative to come there and bring other leaders, would we have even seen a picture of that?
All right, Susie, stick up in right there. Stick up in right there, Susie. Because, as what you just mentioned with Mayor Motley, right? Mayor Motley and the team that came, right, promise that they will put on 200 roofs on the houses that need roof in and around the parishes that have lost their roofs. Has the Jamaican government make a pledge or anything like that to do anything for the persons affected?
Nothing. But they said they insured.
I can't stop for that.
Has the Jamaican government made a pledge?
Giving grants for that.
Sir,
sir.
How many persons
NHT is not government money.
can get NHT?
How many persons can get NHT government's money?
How many persons can get NHT?
Really?
Government
hold on.
money that
Who
people
put the
pay
money in there?
NHT.
One at a
Susie,
time,
one
guys.
second.
People who pay into
Susie,
it.
1 second.
Yeah.
Only persons who are contributors of NHT, right? Whether you're a mortgager or you're a borrower, those are the only persons that can get that loan. A lot of these persons whose house have been affected do not have an NHT loan. So when you come and tell me that the NHT is doing it, that's bull. And hold on, stop. Mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Guys, if you're not
Because we don't
speaking,
understand-
just mute your mic for a moment.
I don't understand how you're coming up here tonight to try to convince anybody when last night you were up here spewing a bunch of garbage about lighting Black River, all these things, right? You are the same person who came openly on a platform and speak that you do not like poor people. So how the heck you come on a platform now? I come to try to talk to people. You only have up here to defend the government, bro. That's the only thing you're up here doing.
So, Advocator, you've
Someone can
heard
respond to you now?
Punkus made claims that he doesn't like people who are poor.
Yeah.
What's the context of that, Punkus? Is that true?
Let him tell you the full context to that. Can you bring it
Well,
up?
they do talk like that. They do talk like that.
No,
on
let him tell you the full context to that. So anyway, persons who have NHD homes have lost their roofs also.
How
And
many?
NHDs provide.
What's the percentage? Give us numbers.
Do you think I go around counting NHD houses?
Oh,
I don't know.
you're declaring it?
I don't know, but but the government don't even know how much NHD houses a person have been
They don't
affected.
know.
They don't
They
even.
should know.
No, hold up. But let me answer. Let me respond to you. The persons have to come in and give.
Noel,
Hold on.
Noel, I'm about to jump. Noel, I'm about to jump down. You bring up excellence, and make excellence can also confirm that he actually said it. There were videos out there with him saying it. So how is it that
What's
he's
the
going to sit up
context
here
of
and
that,
talk that
Punkus?
crap now?
But no, give
He
the
said-
context, advocate.
He is saying that the Jamaican person's mind, or they have poorish mentality, and that's the type of people that he does not like. His exact words.
Okay.
So I
What's
guess
wrong with that?
he was describing the minions them because that's how they all
No.
feel.
You
So
hear what
what
he
is
just
wrong?
said?
Right.
Hold
Son
on,
You
of
hear
what's
what he
wrong with
just
that?
said?
Son of Punkos
I
don't
said I don't like
All right, later
poor
Noel.
mentality. Hold on, poor mentality. So I should
From
like
who
poor
describe
mentality.
it? The people that support JLP.
Hold on. Should I like poor mentality?
Have you looked
I'm just
around?
asking. No, I'm just asking.
Noel, I want to ask Son of Punkos something. Son of Punkos, you help anybody who is affected in Jamaica? Do you help anybody down there?
Why?
I'm asking you. If you
Why?
don't want to
How
answer,
is
that's
that
fine.
information important?
That's
Very
fine.
important.
Keep it.
Relevant.
Fine. I just want to ask.
Give us a sec. Did you adopt a family?
For what?
Oh.
Oh, for what?
For what?
For what? So your heart has
Son
just
of
been
Punkos.
has just
I'm
been
not
So
no
so
lie.
so I should
Listen.
so is it mandatory that I should?
Punkis.
So tell me, I should
Absolutely.
adopt a
Absolutely.
family?
Are you Jamaican and you're there defending the government? If you come on social media and go on every platform defending the government that has failed the Jamaican people for over 9 years, then obviously then you should step up then and you make a difference. You be the difference you want to see in this world, and that's not belittling people. Just like how your prime minister belittle all the predecessors that have done 3,000% more than he have ever done for Jamaica.
The Jamaican people overwhelmingly voted for him, you know.
Really, when?
No,
He fraudulently took that election, honey. And God is then sleeping.
Okay.
Punkos.
Fraudulently took that election.
Well, we won't have a chance until 2030.
Let me just hear.
Good for you.
Let's hear now from Glenn.
You already said Noel?
Glenn.
He want our chance in 2030, so he knows something that we don't know.
Are we going to talk about mental health?
Because the next election,
Punkis will derail the conversation.
Let me get to Glenn. Glenn, can you unmute?
Just like when they know say 1 p.m. say Melissa the hurricane was gonna drop at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Yes, darling. 1 p.m.
Glenn, please go ahead and unmute.
Yes, darling.
It's just to show you the level of whole heart that the JLP has. Just to show you how he talks, just to show you that level of cold. Do you know cold? Do you know January winter? That level of wholeheartedness he has towards the Jamaican people, it's bitter. It's real bitter. And you're sitting up there talking a lot of nonsense about I haven't seen one of the JLP MP working. In Trelawney, they said they haven't seen the MP, not nobody. So you sitting up here and you talking this and talking that, you're talking nonsense. How comes the committee that Mark Golding is asking for so long? How it comes you come now to sit and say it is in the office of the Prime Minister? Why? Why it's there?
What committee are you talking about?
It's the government, the disaster management.
The
disaster money.
He said he doesn't want it.
Mark Golding reject that because that's not what he asked for. Why you guys don't want to give him what he asked for?
No, hold on. Noel, Philip Powley wrote a letter to Floyd Green, leader of government business, and said that we already have the Public Accounts Committee, right? So we don't need to form a next committee, right? The reason for forming this new committee is to jump over the government bureaucracy, because the functions of the PAC, it's going to be chaotic and bureaucratic, right? And they want to form a committee outside of that. So they said no.
Guys, can you all mute 1 second?
Yeah.
Guys, mute 1 second.
Yeah.
Punkis, I actually feel like you're contributing to people's mental health. I do believe, and I have given you ample opportunities, and I will continue to welcome you here on this platform. But I thought tonight your behavior and just how cold in your comments a few moments ago, I sat back and really deeped, you know, not just your conduct, but it's just that nonchalant, blasé, sort of stiff upper lip, behavior that I don't think that is what this platform is about in terms of understanding. It's for the people and it's understanding the people's concerns. And if you want to come out, there's no one, telling you that you don't have to, that you cannot come out and give the governmental lines to inquiries or questions people have. But when you're going to come out and you're going to behave inhuman, and when this platform is all about humanity, it kind of contradicts what we're doing. So on this basis, Ponkins, I'm going to remove you and we're going to continue our discussion. So I just feel like you're contributing not a very, guys, just
Thank you. I honor you, Noel, and these are the stands that we have to take, honestly.
We can't be inhumane.
Blessings to you.
But I just honestly believe, Ponkins, I honestly do just believe that there was nothing where it was, it doesn't cost you a thing to understand people's trauma and people's difficulties. When you want to come up here and then you want to behave in such a way, I think it just sends the wrong message. And like we've always said, we've got people all over the world listening. I mean, I didn't have to reach in and take him off. He's taking himself off. Come back another day when perhaps things are a lot more.
Thank you, Noel. My hat's off to you.
I did say today.
Thank you.
From the human pre and say all of these things, that's what Ponkos is going to say. I was thinking you should take him out, but I'm not that.
No, it's okay. Sometimes it's good to let them expose themselves.
Yes.
And my hat's off to you, Noel. The other thing is, Ponkos, if you're still listening, I pray to God that you take some time to look into yourself.
They will never.
I feel that his position, though, is a necessary part of the conversation.
Can I have a minute, please?
Sorry, one at a time, guys. Lotto going in and Winnie afterwards.
You know what I love about this platform? It's a platform with dignity, manners and principle. And I was on a live earlier and they were bashing Noel hard. And they always bash me because they know I'm always here with Noel, standing with him for his dignity. And when they see me, they get afraid because they say, see him where? I him over that live the last night, and I him over Noel live, and I him this, and I him that, and I him that. But I don't care. I love to take bash. And as long as I'm taking bash for good things, I don't mind it. So when Ponkos is here defending the government that not performing the right way for the Jamaican people, that's not nice. And you have people right now don't have nowhere to live. Kids, babies, little girls, little boys do not have nowhere to sleep tonight. And this man, like last night, he was a Rasta man on the program. And he were talking about, he built about 10 houses and he gone back this morning to build 10 more. And that Rasta man was talking about how many people he walked, because for a man to leave his money job and spending his money to build house for people and no say nah, earn nothing from that. He just giving his love out. And he walk and pass and drive and see people cover with chapalin and the street side with babies, with little girls, with little boys. The Rasta man see it with his eyes. He never dream it. He saw it with his eye. And Ponkos will be here trying to deny all these things that the man see with his eye. So I don't understand. I can't understand. These people wearing a green shirt and a green heart and a green clocks, but they can't tap green. They have to just stay green. And I don't know for what reason. What reason, I don't know. I can't understand it. And no matter what you say about the Prime Minister not doing good and he's not performing the way he's supposed to perform for the Jamaican people, they are telling you he is doing the best he can. But if he's doing his best he can, I guess his best is not good enough.
So 1 second, Ponkos. So I try and have conversations with my moderators, right? And as I said, since we've been doing this for the last 20 days, we've decided, and one of the things that we are big on is allowing people to have their say. And I'm gonna name check you because I know you want the attention. So I'm gonna name check you in Nadette. Nadette, you are relentless. You will stay on the line live with us for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at least, and you'll be fact checking, calling people names. All I'm gonna say is, if you have something to say, you can request and come up and be treated with respect to give your point of view. But if you're going to start disrespecting the individuals who have come up in the box and you're going to, you know, throw whatever name tags you want to throw at them, we're going to mute you all and then eventually block you. Okay, go on. Continue, Lotto.
Yeah. Somebody else could talk for each other until I can.
Oh, there was one thing I wanted to ask Noel before Punkus had jumped, because we've made a couple of like suggestions to what we feel would ease some of the loss that people are facing. I wanted to ask him, in his opinion, not based on government policy or procedure, in his opinion, what do he feel is the right initiative to help these victims to get back on the right foot of like rebuilding their homes? What is his thought?
1 second,
in
Sam.
how we
Sam,
go
1
about that?
second. 1 second, Sam. Nadette, hit the request button and come up. You're telling us that you don't want to tell, and we don't want to. I wouldn't allow you to speak the facts. Nadette, hit the request button and come and have the floor for 2 minutes. I'll just give her a couple of seconds, guys.